There is a man in every room. He barely speaks. He doesn't fight for attention. He doesn't rush to fill the silence. He doesn't explain himself. And yet, somehow, everyone in the room is aware of him. Here's what almost no one understands. His silence is not emptiness, it is control. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why the quietest man is often the most powerful one, how silence rewires the way people see you, and how you can use it, starting today, to command respect without ever raising your voice. This is Mind Autopsy. From the moment we're young, we're sold a lie. We're taught that the loudest voice wins. To be respected, you must be heard. That speaking more means knowing more. So we talk, we over-explain, we fill every silence as if quiet were a kind of failure. But watch the truly powerful people closely, the ones who walk into a room and shift its entire temperature. And you'll notice something strange. They say less, far less, and the less they say, the more weight every word seems to carry. This isn't an accident. There is a real psychological force underneath it. Research on conversation has found something almost no one talks about. When a person stays silent, when they don't rush to react, observers don't read it as weakness, and their minds automatically fill the silence with meaning. They assume composure, they assume confidence, they assume the silent man knows something they don't. In the absence of nervous chatter, the mind defaults to one conclusion: this person is in control. Now here's where it gets interesting. There's a reason silence feels so powerful and so unsettling. Studies have found that it takes only about 4 seconds of silence in a conversation for most people to feel rattled. 4 seconds. That's all it takes before discomfort creeps in, before people start to feel exposed. Why? Because human beings are wired to fear silence. For most of our history, being part of the group meant survival. Being cut off meant death. So when a conversation goes quiet, something ancient in us interprets it as a threat. We feel the need to fix it, to smooth it over, to speak. And this is the hidden mechanism. The person who is comfortable in silence holds power over the person who is not. Watch any skilled negotiator. They state their position, and then they stop. They say nothing. And the silence does the work. The other person, unable to bear the quiet, begins to fill it, justifying, softening, sometimes even surrendering ground they never had to give. The one who speaks first often loses. The one who can hold the silence wins. The dangerous man understands this in his bones. He knows that every word he doesn't say is a word that can't be used against him. But let's go deeper, because this isn't just a social trick. The reason the quiet man is dangerous is not because he's manipulating others, it's because he has mastered himself. Think about what silence actually requires. To stay quiet when you're provoked, to not react when someone tries to bait you, to hold your tongue when your ego is screaming to defend itself. That is not weakness. That is one of the hardest forms of strength there is. Most men are slaves to their impulses. Someone insults them, they snap back. Someone challenges them, they explain, argue, prove. Their reactions are not theirs. They belong to whoever pulls the trigger. But the silent man, he has created a gap between what happens to him and how he responds. In that gap lives everything: self-control, clarity, power. The ancient Stoics understood this 2,000 years ago. They taught that you cannot control what others do, only how you respond. And the man who can pause, or who can sit in the discomfort and choose his response, is a man no one can manipulate. Silence, then, is not the absence of something. It is the presence of discipline. Here's something the loud never realize. While they're busy talking, the silent man is busy learning. Every time someone speaks, they reveal themselves, their fears, their desires, what they want you to think of them. The man who listens, truly listens, is gathering all of it. While others are rehearsing their next sentence, he's reading the room. He's noticing who's nervous, who's pretending, who wants what. By the time he finally speaks, he's already 3 steps ahead. He's heard everything, he's understood the hidden game, and he says only what needs to be said. Nothing more. This is why his words land so hard. He's not throwing 100 sentences hoping one sticks. He's aiming one and hitting the center. Speak less, observe more, and when you do speak, make it impossible to ignore. So the next time you walk into a room, remember the man who says the least. He isn't quiet because he has nothing to offer. He's quiet because he has nothing to prove. His silence is not emptiness. It's a kind of gravity, pulling the room toward him without a single word. Loudness begs for attention. Silence commands it. Become the man who listens when others talk, who pauses when others panic, who stays calm when others need to be heard. Because real power was never loud, it was always quiet. This was Mind Autopsy. If this reached something in you, stay silent about it, or subscribe and go deeper next time.